Hello everyone. See if the audio is working. That will be kind of important. So find out where everything is. I'm a little bit rusty. So I've got to go into dashboard. Guys. Eventually it's going to load. It's like we have got it working. Looks like everything's working clearly. Go back to hanging out to see it. No, everything seems to be correct. Right. We'll go back to the chat room and set it all up. Righto, so it's been a wee while since I've done a live stream. So bear with me while I get everything perfect. Rightio, so yeah, welcome to Max Fishing. Those who are new, I'm just a small fisherman that's started from a hobbyist who's always been interested in tanks, got struck with MTS, and for those who don't know, multiple tank syndrome. And eventually it's progressed to taking over a shed, and my shed's full of tanks and getting ready to get some more tanks over the next bit of the winter. I'll set up a couple more for various breeding projects. So, with that aside, quick background about myself and fish keeping. I particularly like to specialise in blackwater. I'm now branching into saltwater, and I also like to do the rift valleys. So, Tanganyika. Not a big fan of Malawi, more just Tanganyika colours of them. Find the Malawi a bit too common. I also like to work in the selective breeding of guppies, which I'm currently still doing. Other than that, my main side will be realistically saltwater and some bits and pieces of egg scatterers and breeding projects along that line. And if anything rare pops up in New Zealand, I'll of course jump on it. Just check to make sure audio is still correct and working. I'd hate to. Why is it playing games? Not be working. Right, yeah, so guess I'll just wait to see if anyone turns up. Not, well, so be it. If so, all good. So yeah, it's been a wee while since I've done a live stream, quite a few months actually. So I'm a little bit out of touch. I was quite regular and got myself busy with sidetrack type things, and as usual, life's busy and I don't always have the time in the world like I want to do online, but some days you got to sacrifice for other things, and other days you don't. So yeah, some of the achievements I've done lately, I've things you can see with the saltwater tank. Shut down one of my 32-gallon tanks for breeding to take over for the marine tank. Bits and pieces from overseas. The local prices were a bit too expensive, so the only thing that's local here is the heater and the Aquaclear. The rest of the stuff's been brought in. I'm not running any premix ocean water. The ocean's a 10-minute walk from the house, so if I want to collect, I just drive down the road a bit, pick it up, put it into a holding tank, where it gets circulated through UV filter and power head, heated up to the temperature I want. That's salinity is spot on for what I need. Alkalinity is spot on. Other than that, just waiting for the tank to go through its cycle process and start from there. Not worried how long it takes. I'll get there eventually. I have got a 130 gallon I was going to set up for marine, and it will still be done. I've got all the gas sitting there, framed and made. I'm just in no particular rush to set up 130 gallon tank if I end up needing a shift. It's not exactly a light shift to do, so I'll think about processes here. There could be a chance of shifting in a year or two, so we'll figure that out as we go. So far, haven't seen anyone pop in to watch, but that is all good. We'll get seen eventually. But we will we'll do a quick rundown of some things I've got going on in the fishery. The tanks themselves, I was originally going to heat through ambient air temperature, and this winter is going to happen. The shed's completely insulated now. Just the heat brought off from the air pump I use in the airline system, along with the ambient air from all the tanks. The room sits at 25 degrees, so I've realised that all the tanks, well, I shouldn't say all, most of the tanks have got heaters, and ones that haven't are sitting around 22 degrees. Not too big an issue. Eventually I'll put in a main heater and run the whole shed to the one temperature instead of individual heaters, so I'll save on running multiple heaters all over the place, and also power cords. The other things that I've been focusing on more is sorting out the Blackwater Venaro DI unit on its way. So that's going to help a little bit. Also aging a lot of peat water too, because some of the tanks are needing it. I'm finding a better result with it. I had an update recently with some of my quarries. They spawn regularly, no issues with that. Easy to induce spawning. I just do not think the males are mature enough yet to fertilise eggs. Which is a bit of a shame. I've got a decent mature female in there. It could be just literally that males are not ready, so we'll sit back and wait. No rush there. Had some pencilfish turn up, so that's quite handy for me. I'm not quite used to them, so I'll follow some of the things. I've been reading one of the books about leaf litter, get the microorganisms flourishing for the fry, tons of Java moss, let them sit in the tank for a couple of weeks, pull them out, and then see what happens. We'll go from there. That'll be for the Brentford pencils. As for the rock pencils, well, they're apparently a little bit more touchy to spawn, so we'll see what happens there. Guppy wise, I've got a fair few batches of fry that I'm waiting to grow out and see what colours I like from them. Got my males and females separated, so I'm getting some females that I like, various colours, get them completely infertile, I should say, non-fertilised, so I can select the breed males I want with them. Got a few decent colours show up. Got some 5-banded barbs I'll have to focus on at some point. And that really leaves me with one problem. I can't still find female badders. Some of my streams many months ago, more mid last year, I was really wanting to do some scarlet badders breeding. Seems to be all the importers only bring in males here, or who they buy from only adds males, because I can't find any. Really sort of stuck. I'd love to set them up so I can breed them. I've got 2 nice males. All the tanks ready for it, just waiting for them. That's part of life. What else is new? Tank-wise, I've only set up a couple of plastic tubs for the Garfies, but I'm not bothering setting up glass cranes for them. They've just run off airline filters and there's straightforward bits and pieces in them. I'm looking at changing my house tank, 50-gallon Asian theme ecosystem. Yeah, I don't really like the cube anymore. I've had enough of that, so I've got a nice 50-gallon in the shed here. I'll probably do a swap over, which will utilise some skills I've got for making this tank. So, fish room wise, everything's the same as usual. Nothing really has progressed other than the saltwater tank. Every day is the same, feeding routines, water changes, pretty much reading books, catching up with forums and bits and pieces. Other than that, for me, well, I'll finish my apprenticeship, so that's freed up a little bit of time. So now I'm a qualified builder, so that makes life a little easier. Other than that, I'm working my way up to car racing, so I've got to start looking at applying for some various licenses I need for that, and we're working on a project car, so I'm busy with that. So that's going to keep us occupied. That's been going on for a wee while behind the scenes, anyhow. Fish room wise goals, what I'd love to be able to do would be just to have a whole lot of show biotypes, or if not biotypes, as close as possible ecosystems of various species, predominantly black water. Some breeding racks. Focus myself on a few of the egg scatterers, which are not common in New Zealand, some killifish, which aren't often seen here. The Pistogramus, which I've got one here at the moment, fusing to spawn no matter what I do, so we'll get there eventually. And other than that, my line breeding with guppies, and of course the saltwater. Saltwater wise, it's going to be an interesting process. At least I'll be able to cut some corners fast. By the trial of salt, so I can mix it all up. That's about $150 per 10 kg. So with the cost of doing that and the amount of water changes required for what I'm doing now, I'm just not going to buy. Ocean water is cheaper and easier. UV filter to clean it off. 200 and 400 micron filters to filter any particles, and just go from there and see what happens. There's a lot of conflicting information out there about it. Where I live in South Pacific, we are further away from any waste, so good, strong South Arctic currents blasting past us, so the water's pretty clean. So now, if people are going to complain about pollutants and chemicals, when I swam off the Barrier Reef, there's plenty of pollutants and chemicals around up there, so fish seem to be still alive, so a couple of wee things in our water shouldn't be bad, and considering I'm on a steep right, there's no reefs around us. Good strong UV filter to kill off any organisms that are in the water, and utilise that for straight water changes. Go from there. Oh, I see I haven't really got any participants that I can see in chat other than, oh, hello, Aussie Tanks just popped in. Welcome in, Aussie Tanks. Haven't seen you in a long time. I'm saying that's kind of my fault. How is things going? Let's see if I can drop a link and get you on. Should do, if you're free to pop on. Now I remember how on earth I did that. Here we go, invite. I remember a wee while ago the link didn't always work, so we will soon find out if it does or doesn't. May or may not. Let me know if the link works, Aussie. Feel free to jump on. Yeah, so roughly to set up the marine tank, running a Zeta, which I can get the exact number, LED lighting. I don't know if I pay on app. Still on app. Where's the information? I'll pick up the Wi-Fi unit and have a look on it. And I can't read. Anyhow, it says Neto 1024, I think, if I remember rightly. System, full Wi-Fi control, pretty much. Yeah, the $170 landed here. The Radeons were up to more than 350 plus. Of course, the Hydras are up to 600 marks, so I wasn't really interested in paying for that yet. If it ends up a failure, oh well, it ends up a failure. See what happens. Got Skimmer for about $70. It's doing a decent job. Wavemaker, I think, is $100. Heater about $30. Aquaclear, I've had that for donkey's years. The Live Rock, that's not all of it. I bought a bag of 50 kg bag. It came for $450. That wasn't cheap. The sand was about 100, if I remember rightly. So it's two I think they were 10 kg bags of Jupiter marine sand. Not too expensive. I could definitely set up a freshwater for about the same cost. I really wanted to get nice and technical on it. What the marine look like, yeah, can't beat them once they're up and running. Sweet, so Aussie's going to join in. Awesome. A bit of activity. I've had those who remember previous videos, Norman Lamp Achilles. Still haven't been able to find any males. I've only got my females left, so I'm gutted. They were breeding up nicely until the male jumped out. All that he produced were all females, so shame they don't change gender on you. They did, and it made life a little easy for me. For those who remember, my discus is still there. She's happy as can be in her 83 gallon tank. Tank's not really changed at all. Everything's the same. Swords are finally starting to mature. They didn't take off too well at the start, but they're finally seem to be settling in nicely after about 6 months. Amazingly, I thought I was going to lose them. Rummy Nose School hasn't changed. Still the same, just getting bigger. Old pintail light tetras are still the same. Eat anything around, nip my fingers if I put them in the tank. I have added a small bunch of black neons in there, mainly because I took them out at Aradilla fishing one of my Pistogramus tanks. I took them out. And they've settled in there nicely. So next fish, I reckon it's underestimated, black neon. Quite a nice, colourful display. Maybe not the same as a cardinal or normal neon tetra. But the right lighting and a slightly tannin tank, real nice. Silvery blue to them. Black stands out, so does their red eye. Decent peaceful tetra, that's for sure. Along with glow lights, which I really like as well. Other than that, I've had 2 bad shipments of Pistogramus which didn't make it. First lot didn't do it, no matter what I did with the treatments. Couldn't save the male from the bloke and turtle parasite, so I lost him. Even though I was treating them on the spot. Then the female used to come to it pretty quick afterwards. And the next batch was the exact same thing. They're just a bit more long lasting, so I nuked the tank they came into and leaving it at that to see if it could get better over time. Other than that, strip the tank down, start again. It's a shame because Pistogramus, where I'm rarer than hen's teeth, is just about rarer than winning the lotto. I do have a lot of trouble spawning them. I get my TDS down low, not quite low enough, but low around the 80s. KH is virtually 1, 2 degree, GH is 3, 4. No matter what, can't get my pH below 7.6. That'll be changed once I get the RO unit. Fix that. I'd say that disc is happily spawning in that water I've got. Peat, the peat has seemed to, the aged peat water seems to have made a difference. The female Trifascicata is relaxed a lot more. It's not as jet black anymore. And the male's certainly, he's amicable and easy. Hopefully, she changes the mood and goes canary yellow for me and starts spawning. Beyond that, the guppies are constantly spawning as usual. And everything was going good until I lost my non-lamp-by-killing. Sucks. Game he jumped out here to carry. See how the pencil fish go. So it doesn't look too promising because I've only got one female. We'll see what happens. One female and 5 males. What I've seen now that they've settled into their tank, that's in the what do we? How do we get the actual correct pronunciation for it? Beckford's pencil fish I've got there, and the other one's a rocket pencil fish which I cannot pronounce the Latin. Which, from what I understand, I believe Nanostromus equus, I believe is the correct pronunciation for them. I believe they're slightly harder to spawn, so we'll see what happens there. I might have luck. I've definitely got a decent set of males and females out of that six. Now just sitting in one of my black water tanks. My Stabicori pod is going good, about 14 of them. I've not noticed any spawnings, but then in saying that, everything in their tank will eat their eggs off the balls pretty quick. Time of speed in the tank fishery. I've not seen them spawn yet. One day I'll take them out and give them a good go eventually. I've got some decent female glow light tetras. These are nice plump ones. They won't take much to set up and put into a tank condition and get them to drop some eggs and see how that goes. Biggest thing, I wish would turn up some female scarlet padders. I could drone on and on about that. Also wish we could get some of the bettas, like the bettas in Bellum, I believe it's the correct pronunciation, something like that. Instead of the standard betta and splendor. To be honest, even though they've got some nice varieties and nice colours and nothing to deal with the other 70 genus of bettas, I find much more colourful than the standard one you see around shops. What's wrong? Can't make out the audio. Wrong. Saying that I'm on headset, so I'm not really going to hear myself, so I don't know what's going on. According to Hangouts, it seems to be audio working correctly. What are you hearing on your end, Alison? Might be able to fix it a bit, but I don't guarantee if it is what I think it is. Let's see. Let's see if that's fixed the audio any. Is that better? Yeah, so the little tank of the two there, that's the one some pencils are in with a couple of embers. The one to the left there with the dirty glass, I'm leaving it alone. Not too worried about the algae in there. That's the Grammostophis charter in that one. the pair are going well. They get on perfectly fine. You know, the water conditions are perfect except for I just can't quite get the pH low enough. I've tried doing the rainwater. I know the substrate and everything is in there is inert. Nothing to do with that. Obviously, the tap water doesn't want to drop. The rainwater itself hasn't really changed. I can get the TDS down a little bit, but pH doesn't want to drop. From what I understand, a few of these histogrammers want the pH to definitely drop. So see how it goes. Some aged peat water and a bit of RODI. See if that fixes it. Not that it's a big problem. It's not massively out of their water comfort ranges. They can handle it. Oh, I've been thriving like that for close to 8 months. Just haven't spawned. That or she just doesn't want the male. If that's the case, if she's got no luck, can't just go and swap them out for another pair. Good luck with that. I know they were a harem spawner, but she killed her harem. It's only her left with her male. Unlike. Only I can zoom this camera. Old Hangouts hasn't got any controls that I can see for zooming. Well, not that I can see. Because if it could, unless I hold it close. There you go. They're the rock pencils. One of the biggest problems in this fish room I've got. Everything's white, so it's highly reflective. And that is quite annoying. Oh, you can't connect. I had that the last time. A few of the others I remember were having issues. The link wasn't working. Copy. I'll drop the link again in case it wasn't copied correctly. See if it works. That doesn't work. It's the only way, unless you, I know you might not be on my list of friends with Hangouts. The only other way I'd be able to invite you through email. Anyhow, what's happening on everyone else's end? Yeah, well, that happened last live stream with when I was with, I think it was with Tim. Tim was trying to get on. He couldn't get on. Because it used to be you just copy the link, drop it in and go. Simple as that. Right, people, there's nothing else in here. Can't see any other things anywhere. Make any sense at all. So you're moving, Aussie? How many tanks do you have to shift? That's always fun when you're shifting tons of tanks to shift. Certainly, I've done it once before. Oh, about 8 years ago, shifted. Let me count up. There's 6 tanks. 183, 50, 50, couple of 15s, and I think there's 20 again, something like that. It wasn't really complicated. It's just a time-consuming process. About 4 people to lift things. And plenty of plastic containers other than that. A lot of stress coats and prime. And that's about it. Shift, just keep your filters wet when you move across and the bacteria doesn't die off. That's about it. Working on the Endler line. Yeah, I take it you're meaning you are, Alison, working on Endler line. If that's the case, that's something I never used to like guppies or endlers, and then that lately over the last sort of year, they've really, like watching Al Bretts and a few of the other people out there, they've really grown on me. The colours, the way they even swim, their attitudes, everything about them. But yeah, quite like. Particularly one of the articles which was in an Amazonas magazine, probably not last edition, the edition before, so 6 months ago. They had a live bear from North South America, somewhere up north around Panama. Very rare to see in the market. Not much colour, but just the shape of it. Wow, stunning species. Absolutely stunning species. Highly likelihood of ever being able to find them in NZ or get them imported here would be next to nothing. You know, they're not on our allowed import list, and I can't ever see that being adjusted in a hurry. 2 tanks plus the 2 10-gallon racks, I take it. The move, is that correct, Aussie? If you've shifted them before, the only bit of advice I would offer, as many 20 or 30 litre plastic buckets as you can. And you won't have to worry about the heat, the same as here. You'll be much warmer, so the heating. 10 tank racks. Okay, yeah. No, that'll be a bit of effort. Get as many buckets as you can and a couple of extra hands. That's about it, really. We're looking at buying a house and shifting. And yeah, I'm not necessarily looking forward to the prospect of moving. If I've got 2 weeks up my sleeve before shifting, I'll just build a whole lot of new racks. That's the part. Shift myself into a new house, all the racks pre-made, new tanks. It literally is just swap and plot. Quite simple. So that's what I'm focusing on next time. Heading to Vanuatu. That'll be a nice shift. You'll be able to do a marine tank over there quite easily. That'd actually be real easy to set up a marine tank over there. Oh, so you won't have to worry about any livestock shipping. It'll be just directly shift your racks and away you go. Oh, well, that's some nice news. Wonderful, Aussie. Yeah, sorry if I sound confusing. I do understand endless and guppies are separate. Good luck finding endless in NZ. That doesn't exist for me, really. Well, they occasionally pop up, not often. I wished I could remember what the species was. I'll see if I haven't got Amazonas magazines in the fish ring. I'll see if I can find it on my online account. They were the colours they had were not necessarily highly coloured. They're kind of like Norman Lampi Killie. Just a green eye and a slight yellow tinge to them, but that's about it. Nothing highly fascinating. Right, issues. Where's logging? Need to do that. Contacts. There we go. It's under that. Yeah. Oops. Do I still stick to the old-fashioned magazine getting shipped out, as well as the online subscription with Amazonas magazine? Right, that's that logged in. If I can find it. Hey HC, welcome along. thanks for joining in. Glad to have you along. Right, see if I can find this. Let's understand the tutorial. Can you... Right, which one was it? That one. I think it was in January's edition. I think. Let's get through the pages. It would be so much easier if I had the main magazine in front of me. Yes. Elidariums, no. No. Yes, I believe the article was written by the main author of Amazonas. There's something that had been wanting for ages and finally got. Not a easy species to keep for a live bearer. Very similar looking to the endlers, not got colour. Apparently they got very unique personalities. I must have the wrong month. Not showing. Snaps. Blue eyes. That's got that one. Try the next one. November. I think it would be just about easy to go inside and grab the magazine if I can find it. So how many of you guys here listening in have subscription to Amazonas Fish Magazine? Anyone here have it? I tried to find one locally in New Zealand. They used to have one years ago. Apparently it's still here, but their website doesn't work and they have got no ability to contact them. So after I know what's going on, so flopped over and found the Amazonas ships worldwide, so paid $70 for the year subscription. I'll keep doing it from now on. Certainly some interesting reading, that's for sure. Oh, here we go, Marina Warships. No. I thought it was in this magazine. Don't you hate it when you're looking for something but you just literally can't find it? Yeah, most way through the magazine, no, not that one either. Might as well actually got to renew my subscription again, otherwise I won't be getting this goodness. Some Rhino gobies. No, I've got a lot of Gobus genus in there. All cold water. They won't work on my fish room, unfortunately. I'm going to pay the money to run a chiller. Peacock bass, as stunning as they are, I'm not going to set up a couple thousand gallon tank. Still not found it. I did find an article about Betta stroti from Sukumara. They are a stunning looking betta as well. Unfortunately, wishful dreams for me. Plecos. Ah, here we go. Found them. Right. I shall, unfortunately, not. I can't, but write it down and then type it and then get the link. Got that right. Let's try a fish. Simply, yes. Big road. Then rallies by the look of it. Definitely not the correct Latin. That search failed to find anything. Okay, so what's wrong here? Ah, that's why it's spelled wrong. Nothing still. Oh, that's right. Not a U, it's an I. Nice dyslexic mistake. There we go, it's on Fishbase now. Correct that. N-I-G. There we go. Search found. Now I can drop the link in. I'm sorry for the delay that took. Come on. Link's done. Enter. Ah, so that's the issue. The link's too big. Right, it's only 200 words. That's. Come on, let me delete it. How do you condense a link? That's what I'd like to know. No, doesn't work either. I know how to condense links for forums, but that's it. Oh, lost it. I shall copy the name, drop the name down, and then easy enough to search. Here is the species I'm referring to. It was in the Amazonas magazine. Another particularly stunning live bearer. But from what I understand, they're not easy at all to keep. Particularly when they title the article as Exercise and Patience. That and they're on the red list for according to where is it? IUCN red list. So yeah, they're going to be impossible to get into anything to do with. Yeah, no, they'll never ever be brought in here ever. By the look of it, moving through here. Well, unless there's proof, but because it's not commonly found according to this red list site, it ain't going to be popping up here anytime soon, unfortunately. If there's any videos on YouTube about them. Not many. Alright, what's happening in chat? What is the fish supply going to be like in Vanuatu? With the Thousand Neon Skull is definitely something to look at, that's for sure. Really stunning image. Saying that, finding good quality neons, it's also a bit of an effort. The amount of mass production that's done with them. Right, notice that. Oh, you know one thing, your marine tanks will be easy to set up if full house fails. Your water supply won't be hard to get either. Oh, that'll be an exciting change in life moving to Vanuatu, that's for sure. Flown over it many times, but I haven't been to it. It's not that far away either. Could make the effort one day and go and have a look. That was one of the other things I was looking at doing. Well, they were easy enough to find years ago, but don't know about now. Is some keyhole cichlids. I quite like them for their colours, personalities. It's something interesting to breed. Definitely got tank space for them and easy to deal with parameters. I got some nice colours. Drop the old scientific name in for those who do not know what they are. Yeah, that's correct, Ozzy. It'd be just a decent size pump and have it on a cycle rate. You don't even need to filter it. Direct and simple. So what's taking you over to Vanuatu? Work over there or different place to move to? Alright, fair enough. One of those things works there, go for it. Yeah. So, yeah, for those who might not have heard before, other than the fish room, finally completed my apprenticeship now, so I'm a qualified builder. And I'm also working my way up for club racing driver's licenses as well. Setting up a track car. Trend I've been doing for a little bit, and yeah, we're working out some prices, and I've already got a track vehicle we use. It's also an everyday car, which is not always necessarily ideal. Working our way up. I've got a cheap runabout. Then, well, the America might not know it, but I'll know the GM. I believe they call it the GM3 3800 or the Buick 3800 engine and a Aussie Holden body. So I'm setting that up. Hello, what's this? All right, catch you later, Aussie. Good to catch up again. Hopefully your trip goes well to Vanuatu. We'll catch up again in a different place. Have a good one, man. What's this? Found a government research doc on spectral changes in LEDs over time. Color shifts are dramatic in 6,000 hours, well before lumens reduce. Fascinating and frustrating. LED industry inflate to 50,000 hours. Oh, that'd be interesting to look at, actually. That's going to make sense, too. So have you, what type of, oh, I shouldn't say what type, what colours have you gotten in your endless so far with your breeding there, Alison? With my guppies, I'm going for more of the yellow snake skin, and I've got a couple of some nice purples in them, which fluoro purples I'm trying to keep in the system. I've also got a couple of real nice reds floating around, which I've got to narrow down a bit better than what I've got. If you want a proper video, I want to actually there. Just reminded myself, put into my notes, things I need to accomplish in this live stream. This the other thing I've done. I'll be working through my training with Filma and Filma video editing and a few other things. So hopefully I can learn to get the videos for the fish channel a lot better. One of the reasons is I want these quality videos too is when I do the house video inside, I want to set that up as a proper decent play for everyone to watch and some progressions through the marine, keeping it like that to look pretty decent for everyone as well. So, yeah, that's going to be one of the things I want to focus on with the channel, because I wouldn't mind getting it up to 100 subscribers so I can do live streaming through my phone according to the YouTube rules. The one thing I'd like to do, and hopefully we can get there eventually. Quite cool. But we'll see what happens. Small steps, and wished I had more time to sort of focus and just, I don't know how to say, have some magic ability to have money in the bank every week, the same rate it is, but not actually have to turn up for work. Oh, dreams are free. Oh. Well, I was originally only going to do the live stream to 7 I think it was 7:30 I was originally going to go to. I only see we got a couple watching, so I might wind it up pretty soon, but not in a big rush yet. So what do we got here, Alison? Green, pink, orange, some purple and spots. Bright but limiting to colours found in the inventory. That's actually going to be some nice colours there. I'm going to see if I can find some images on Google about endless with those colours. Alright, what have I got so far? I've got a stunning red one with some slight blue markings. That's particularly nice. Nice black vertical stripes and orange. What else? Oh, that is particularly stunning. That looks like one of Albrecht's barbs. Let's get that's getting close to rainbow colour. Very nice. I wish we could get some of these endless in NZ. I've looked around the shops, and once in a blue moon you'll see them pop up. Yeah, in my case, any fry you don't want straight into the into feeding my Bracciatis. I think you call it Neolamprologus bracciati. The about 2.5 centimeters. Those things viciously eat guppy fry up that are around 0.5 centimeter without any issues. Pretty much when the guppy fry starts showing colour, they'll shred them in seconds for breakfast, lunch, and tea. Yes, you're correct. Ruthless culling is key, or otherwise you've got to You've got to have places to put all the fry over time. There's a lot of fry. Certainly wish the handlers were here like like you guys over in the States have. You guys are so lucky over there with your fish selection, that's for sure. You've got some benefits in NZ, but currently the old marine hobby's getting much cheaper, that's for sure. Drastically cut down in price. Our freshwater side is lacking something shocking, which is part of the reason why I'm starting in the saltwater. The saltwater side's got more availability and ability of all-in-one for me to be able to adapt to and adjust in fish keeping. So I've always got something I like to keep. Whereas on the sort of freshwater side, things I like, I kind of can't have. Part of life, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm coming up to 7 o'clock, so it's not really. I was hoping for a quick video tonight, but if you've got anything you want to catch up on, or questions, or anything like that, just feel free to say, Alison, because otherwise I might start winding it up pretty soon. Channel wise, I'm terribly slack with my updates lately. I do really need to get into it a lot better than I have been. Kind of, it's getting quite busy there mid last year in the winter, but then hey, in actually saying that winter time here, you kind of got not much else but to do indoor stuff. Sun sort of doesn't get up till about 7:38, and it's dark about 5. So in the summer, it's a completely different ball game. About 5:36, and it's dark about 10ish at night. So winter time, you're kind of indoors a lot. So in my case, in the fish room, nice and warm. Yes, bent spines and deformities. You know, yeah, no, that's something I don't like. Well, unfortunately, kind of get that a little bit in New Zealand nowadays with our killifish. Like the normal empires are pretty common here, but some of the other stuff, even something that's quite common is golden flax. You'd be lucky to not buy one without bent spines because they're just really rare to get killifish brought in here, even though we've got a good list for them. All of the poor breeders don't get enough new genes, so the lines they've got left are starting to get too inbred. It's a real shame here. But hopefully, with some of the new importers that are turning up here, we'll have a lot of that changed eventually. With luck. But hey, thank you for joining in, Alison. I love doing the live stream so I can read all the comments in the chat. Particularly enjoy talking away. And I love it when people get to come on. I don't know what's going on with the Hangouts. It happened last time I did a live stream. I think some of the other people were having issues, so I'll have to research into what's going on and see if I can fix it. Thank you very much for stopping by, Alison, and spending your time with me on live stream. Same with Ozzy, even though he's gone. And I shall schedule another one very shortly. Thanks everyone for joining in. So I shall sign myself out. Catch everyone later. Thank you.